In this New Year's morning, we're checking in again with Crimson Creek Smokehouse. Husband-wife duo Jamie and Marcus from Crimson Creek Barbecue are helping us kickstart New Year. Perhaps some early Sugar Bowl celebrations.
I'm sure they're all about that. We are. Yeah. No, you don't have to worry about it. We'll worry about that part. We can eat it.
Jamie joining us here in-house. Her husband is at the trailer in Dripping Springs, closely monitoring the smoker.
Yeah, before we go out to Marcus, Jamie, tell us what we're making this time around.
We're going to make traditional black-eyed peas and collard greens, the New Year's Day tradition to give us all good luck and prosperity.
So maybe we should do that for Horn fans up here. We'll do that for the Sugar Bowl night. Yeah. All right, let's go out to Marcus. Marcus, once again, good morning to you. How do you smoke ham hocks? How do we do this?
Oh, ham hocks that's probably the easiest thing to do. Just put them on the pit and let them do their thing. And then pull them off and throw them in whatever you're going to do.
Yeah, so what's the temperature and how long does it take to smoke?
Usually the ham hocks you take up to about 140 because on the smoker, and then you put it in with your beans or your black-eyed peas or collard greens or whatever else you're going to cook.
And then in terms of the wood,
finish cooking.
Okay. And then in terms of the wood, is it pecan as well, or do you use a different one?
Pecan for the pork, yeah, and it's a little milder. It doesn't actually, give it a more like a strong taste like a beef, the beef would.
All right, and Marcus, we talked about this in the previous hour, but if you don't have a smoker at home, you said people can still try to get some of these same flavors with some other methods.
Yes, sir. A Weber grill that you can probably get at Home Depot will work just fine. It'll give you a little bit different result, but you can get it pretty close.
Okay. Do we get a little sneak peek of what's cooking in there?
Oh yeah. So we have our steaks here that are ready.
We can vouch for how good those are.
Finished off
from the previous hour. Amazing.
All right, and then we have our jalapeno poppers. Our ham hocks, and we have some bone marrow here.
Yeah.
So, get a little bit of duck fat on there.
The duck fat butter.
And then
my mouth is watering.
That's how you start a new year. Just imagine that. All right, Marcus, thank you so much. Jamie, we're going to come back in now here with you, and you were. Again, you ran the best assembly line I've seen on Good Day Austin ever, putting us to work. I assume you're going to do that again.
Similar. We're gonna be very collaborative.
Okay.
For this one. So we have the ham hocks that are on the back part of that smoker on the grill right now. That these have been smoked. We're gonna start with a pan that's got a pot with a little bit of olive oil, and if you could hand me the chopped onions and garlic. Always start when I'll let you pour those in there.
The whole thing?
Yep, just go ahead and dump that right in there. And then we did some of the work last night. When you get your dry beans like these, you're gonna wanna soak them overnight in some salt water and sort of brine them.
Okay.
Or this time of year, you can still buy them fresh. Canned work as well. But these have been soaked overnight.
Okay.
And we're gonna have...
I like handing things to you.
Yes, go ahead and add those in, my dear.
The whole thing?
Yep. And we're going to get those together. Once the onions and the garlic had sauteed a little bit, add the beans.
Okay.
And then we have our whole ham hocks and one that I've already kind of pulled apart. They're they have a lot of collagen, and that's going to actually add some of richness and help thicken the beans up. So it's more like a stew than a than a soup. So they're nice.
Perfect day for stew.
So they're nice and thick. And so then we're going to add the ham hock pieces in. And then our spices. We'll add a couple of bay leaves. We have some thyme. Do you want to go ahead and peel the thyme from those?
Oh, you're going to put me to the test.
Yes.
See if I remember how to. Oh, not bad.
Yeah, strip it backwards
you
down
still
the
got a
stem.
stick in your hand there. That's good.
Perfect.
Yes.
And then we'll add that whole
can you just
ham
use
hock.
ham?
Yes, you could use ham, you could use bacon, you could use smoked sausage, you could use a smoked turkey wing. All are considered traditional in black-eyed peas. They're adding a lot of salt as well as the collagen to help thicken it up.
Yeah.
And making it a little bit meaty. And then last is we're going to add the chicken broth. And we're going to let the whole thing simmer.
Whole thing?
For 4 or 5 hours. If you were going to put it in a crock pot, it could sit in a crock pot for 6, 7 hours on low, 4 or 5 on high.
Dump it.
Dump it. Go for it. If it's not enough chicken stock to cover, you can add more water. And then last, after it's simmered and it's cooked down, if you're not seeing it get thick enough, you can smash some of the peas against the side of the pot. We should be about 4 cups.
All right.
And then you can smash the peas against the side of the pot, and it will help break them up and thicken that sauce up. And then last, our collard greens. Traditionally, we also need to add our seasoning.
Yeah, we do.
Secret.
This is our red dirt rub. Red pepper, cayenne, paprika, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of salt, no salt actually, onion.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, it has no salt.
No salt in our pork rub.
Interesting.
Pork has sort of a saltiness to it itself. You don't actually,
I got you.
and you don't have to add any salt to your black-eyed peas either if you're using bacon or the ham hock, because it's imparting that salt to the dish as well.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And then our collard greens, if you want to actually try and strip some of those from the rib.
Okay, all right.
And that we want to pull the collard greens off the rib. These are washed, dried.
And just dump them in there, we're ready to go?
Yep,
Or
and then take them here. I've already shredded some. The very last step at the end would be to add our collard greens. The tradition is that the black-eyed peas represent coins, the collard greens represent dollars, and we're bringing prosperity into the new year with the black-eyed peas.
Spoon. I need to eat this now.
I know. Well, we've got a fork down there. Get on into it, and after a few hours on medium heat, you get a nice rich stew like we have down there.
I've got black-eyed peas today. I didn't soak them. I'm going to do them in the Instant Pot. Is that acceptable?
Yes, also acceptable.
Okay.
Okay.
You're cutting it close, Casey.
I am cutting it close.
Be careful.
I procrastinated.
All right, so we want to get in there with the fork and try some?
Yes,
We have.
Sure.
Let me do the honors.
All right.
I need some money.
It's good. I love black-eyed peas.
Let me see. I'm going to put it on a little plate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do we have another spoon? Can we ask our floor director,
Let's see.
Grayson?
You never know what's down
I
here.
don't see any underneath.
Grayson, you got a spoon?
It's fascinating down here.
I'm gonna.
He just whips one out of his
Maybe
pocket.
just grab out.
I know you're not taking that one.
Jamie, tell us where your truck is and how long you've been in town, where people can find you.
We are 3 years old. We opened in October of 2020, and we are currently at the Deep Eddy Vodka Tasting Room in Dripping Springs. We have been there since July of 2022.
Wonderful.
Yeah, they're great partners. We're real happy
And
there.
everybody loves you out there, no doubt about that. All right, we're getting the black-eyed peas ready. We're going to let Jamie hang around to the end of the show. We want to put our sauce-making skills to the test and see about the cowboy butter that we're making and see if that
I can see the
holds up.
prosperity
You can see it.
rushing. It's rushing immediately into you.
Yeah.
Prosperity's coming to me.
We'll be right back.